What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we go ahead and get started, I gotta say thank God for another day and another opportunity. And as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, today I put together a very special build for y'all. Now, I'm gonna be calling it the Catfish Inside the Arc Combo Guard, and this is actually going to be the official build name today. Now, we're going to be making it out of the shooting guard position, of course. Now, when it comes down to the takeovers, we're going to be able to get the slashing, a lockdown, shot creating, and also the playmaking. Now, we're also going to be able to maintain one of the highest badge counts, anywhere from 86 to 92 as of Season 6. Now, as far as when it comes down to the animations, with this build, we're going to get pro dribble moves as well as pro contact dunks. Now, when it comes down to the attributes, the ones that we can reach a 100 plus for is going to be our driving dunk, the layup, mid-range shot, pass accuracy, ball handle, speed with ball, perimeter defense, and steal. Now, my favorite thing about this build is definitely going to be the name. One of the most rare, and I'm telling y'all, this is going to be a build that you're not going to see often. So look, before we get any further into this video, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with the response. So let's go ahead and get started with the creation of today's build. The first thing that you want to do is make sure that we put it under the shooting guard position. Now, the body settings, I'm telling y'all, they're going to be very important to maintain this build name. So as for the height, I'm going to go 2 ticks up to 6'7". I'm going to go with 235. I did not want this to be anything lower. And then as for the wingspan, maxes out to 7'4". Now, the body shape in which I like best is going to be built or defined. Really comes down to how you want to go about this, but from here, we're all set to get into the breakdown of the attributes. So when it comes down to the close shot, I decided to go with the 75. Moving on to the driving layup, go with an 84. And then as for when it comes down to the driving dunk, I'm going to go ahead and put this up to an 88. Now right there we get a total of 17 badges. The ones that I'm primarily focused on is going to be Acrobat. We also get Pro Touch on Hall of Fame, Rise Up, Fearless Finisher, and then for Tier 3, we even get Posterizer, Slithery, and Limitless Takeoff. Now this is really just a good start to the offensive end. When it comes down to the shooting area, go ahead and put the mid-range shot up to an 81. Now the key thing about this build to maintain the name is that make sure you do not go above at least a 79 3-point shot. So I'm going to go with the 77 today, and then as for the free throw, go ahead and move this up to a 78, and right there we get a total of 20 shooting badges. Now the ones that I'm looking at is Amped on Gold, Midi Magician, Volume Shooter, and then we also get Green Machine, Space Crater with Agent 3, and then Limitless Range. Now I think we're off to a pretty good start for the offensive side of the ball. Moving on to the playmaking, go ahead and put the pass accuracy up to an 88. As for when it comes down to the ball handle, I decided to go ahead and put this to an 87. Now if you want to, you can make adjustments to get more out of this area. And then finally for the speed with the ball, I'm going to go with an 81, and right there we get a total of 25 badges. So as you can see, we get Ankle Breaker on Hall of Fame, Silver Mismatch Expert, we even get Dimer and Floor General, but then when it comes down to Tier 2, I'm looking at Quick First Step with Hyperdrive, Killer Combos, and then Handles for Days. Now moving on to the defensive end, I think we're going to be able to hold up pretty well, so go ahead and put that interior defense up to a 68. As for when it comes down to the perimeter, I'm going to go with an 80. And then as for that steal, move this up to an 83. Now for the block, just to be a little balanced, I'm going to go with the 70. We're still going to be able to unlock Anchor. And then as for the defensive rebound, move this up to a 74. Now we get a total of 20 badges, and the ones that I'm focused on are going to be Box Out Beast. We also get Post Lockdown, Anchor like I just mentioned, Chase Down Artist with Rebound Chaser, Glove Interceptor with Challenger and Clamps. Now the rest of the attributes will be left over for the physicals, but as for when it comes down to this area, go with the 72 speed, 73 when it comes down to the acceleration, and as for the strength, we are not going to be weak on this build. Go with an 85 which is maxed out. Now for the vertical, go with the 75, put the rest into our stamina, and we're going to be able to reach an 86. Now take into consideration the +4 from buying your own boost, the Gatorade workouts, or the gym rat badge, and these numbers are going to be pretty solid. Now we also get a +10 towards 2 separate areas from our takeovers. The better we play, our stats also gradually will raise, and then if you do decide to run with a teammate that has on Hall of Fame floor general, that's going to be another +4. So just something to take into consideration. As you can see, we get the slashing, shot creating, playmaking, and lockdown takeover. Now if you want the most out of this build for the attributes, first I would really go with ankle breaking shots. Now for the second takeover, you can say that slashing would be a huge help, even the playmaking, but honestly I think the defense is going to be the best option. So extreme clamps, or if you wanted to go with perimeter patch drop, both of these are solid options in my book. So let's go ahead and move forward to make sure that we made this build correctly. And if you followed every single step of the way, we should be getting these 3 comparisons. And as y'all can see, together, we have created the Catfish Inside the Arc Combo Guard in NBA 2K23 on Next Gen. Now let me know down below your thoughts and opinion on this build. Did you create it exactly how I brought it to y'all, or did you remake your own version? Now depending on how you went about the takeovers, take everything into account when it comes down to the boost that I previously mentioned. And with this build, I'm telling y'all, gonna be one of the most rare builds with a lot of potential. Now from here, let's go ahead and wrap it up with the breakdown of the badge layout. Now when it comes down to the finishing badges, I'm gonna go with Rise Up on Bronze, also Silver Pro Touch, Fast Twitch, Fearless Finisher, Posterizer, and then Gold, Limitless Core Takeoff. Now look, for this build, I'm telling y'all, you definitely have a lot of potential to choose and pick from. If you wanted to go with Slithery or any other badges when it comes down to the finishing, go ahead and do so, but I think this is definitely the best lineup to move forward. Now for the shooting, I'm going to go with Bronze Green Machine, Agent 3, Core Limitless Range, Gold Volume Shooter, Amped, and then Hall of Fame Space Creator. Now look, if you want to go with any badges when it comes down to the shooting that I did not pick, you can go ahead and do so, but definitely from a glance, I think these are going to be the best lineup of badges that everybody should go with. Now these are actually going to be the jump shots that you can pick and customize from. Now for the playmaking, I'm going to go ahead and put on Silver Handles for Days, Killer Combos, Hyperdrive, Gold Quick for Step, Core Clamp Breaker, and Hall of Fame Ankle Breaker. Now another badge that I would take into consideration is going to be Silver Mismatch Expert, and if you wanted to, Bailout, and even Vice Grip. Now to wrap it up on the defensive end, I'm going to go with Anchor on Bronze, Pogo Stick, Post Lockdown, Rebound Chaser with Glove. Now from there, I'm also going to add in Silver Interceptor as the core badge, Chase Down Artist, and then Gold Box Out Beast. Now this is definitely my favorite lineup of badges for the defensive end. You can even consider Clamps or Challenger, but honestly I think out of tier 2, the one that I would consider is definitely going to be Menace. Now this is what the build is going to be looking like today. Like I mentioned earlier, let me know your thoughts and opinion. Did you recreate it exactly how I brought it to y'all, or make your own version? Now thank y'all for everybody coming through and showing your support. And if it was your first time, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And last but definitely not least, comment down TG for Thank God King Jesus. And I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. And with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Let me know where you're tuning in from down below. And Rich out.